Alrighty, it's Terry with Cottage in the Court, and I am in, where am I, John?
You are at 42 Depot Street in Dennisport, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Located on Cape Cod.
Alrighty, and I was told that I needed to make it to this garden before I left Cape Cod. So, John, walk us through your garden. It's amazing.
Sure. Well, don't miss the Easter Island head over here that and the can of plants around it. So it's he watches over the whole thing. So if
I would
I'm doing something
imagine.
wrong, I'm sure he'll say something. But. And then this is sort of the gargoyles and dragons area.
Wow.
And so we have this pond here is for baby koi. And so I just dressed it up with an extra waterfall. But when the koi lay eggs on there, the water hyacinths, I throw them in here, and they stay here for a year. And then when they get big enough, I throw them into this pond here. And some of them are a year or 2, 3, and 4 in here. And when they get to be 4 years old, I decide whether or not I'm going to keep them or I'm going to let them go. And Ursula from Little Mermaid watches over everything. And then there's another dragon in there in the pond where they all bathe. And then there's another dragon up at the top there. And I thought birds would be afraid, but catbirds are in there all the time.
Wow.
Taking baths. And there's one of my hydrangeas up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought it was killed this winter. We had a very, very, very bad winter. It went down to like -6 a couple of days, and it's killing everything. But I cut it back, and I'm so surprised to see that many blooms on it. So I'm happy about that.
Now, why do you think that is? Even after the harsh winter, why do you think?
Miracle Grow.
Yeah, do you fertilize this garden a lot?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Every other year, I cover the whole place in manure.
Oh.
You know, and sometimes I throw a layer of peat moss on top of it too. So it just takes every couple of years I do that.
Okay. And then on the off year?
Nah, just water it like crazy.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And so a lot of these things are planted from seed. I start in April planting nasturtiums. Some of them I'll actually try to plant outside too, just to see. Like the nasturtiums over here were planted in the ground in April 1st. And they've come out.
Oh, wow.
Here. And I planted these in April, and I planted them inside. And these are a little further along than the ones in the ground, but everything seems to be doing okay.
I was going to say, now which ones do you think will hold up the whole season? Both of them?
I have no idea. That's what the race is today.
Okay.
You know, to figure out. And we got baby birds up there, you know, there.
Oh.
Mama feeding the babies.
Yeah.
She's been throwing them out one by one, so. And,
oh, man.
So there's more dragons and you know, different plants that I will take in during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that in the winter time. I'll take that in the winter time. I usually take pots of
Colliers?
I'm so tired.
Oh, that's okay. I would imagine. The
That's
Colliers. Mm-hmm.
I usually take them in, and I had a big one that was about 5 feet tall, and all of these, this is 4 pots around the property, all these are from just breaking them off, putting them in a cup of water, seeding them, and so I got a lot more Colliers that way.
Yeah.
These, you know, the bee balm just came out, so it's great.
And it's healthy. There's no, back in the DMV, we have mildew on the leaves now.
I saw some mildew on something. I saw it started here. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe it's because this one's getting a little more shade on this side.
Yeah.
And then this is getting full sun. I don't see it
on
there
this
yet.
side.
You know.
It's a beautiful plant, though.
Yes.
bud to bloom. It's just beautiful.
Oh, you can't go wrong with it.
No, you
And the
really can't.
coreopsis is all coming back out
Yes,
there.
our
You know?
perennial of the year.
Yeah, I love it when it spreads. It's spread over here. So any place it spreads, I let it go.
There you go.
Along with Joe Pieweed.
Yes.
Because in Joe Pieweed, you come here in, say, September or October, there'll be like 50 monarch butterflies all flying around here.
Oh, wow.
Because they're getting ready to make their journey south.
Yes.
And so they're eating up, and I've got all the food right here.
Wow.
So all the Joe Pieweed is going after, you know. And so is this a version of Black-Eyed Susans? It's just a 7-foot version
Yes, yes, indeed.
and that's doing pretty good. I'm trying this new this year. This is the Korean Angelica, and
what
it's
a
supposed to be
healthy
big red flower.
specimen.
It's
Yeah.
looking pretty good so far. So,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping it comes back. But someone said it comes back every other year.
So it's a biennial.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Huh.
And you know, then the daylilies, of course.
Now, what is this one?
Phlox. That's this type of sunflower, and it comes back every year. But sometimes it comes back in different parts of the yard.
Right. Oh, it's a walker, huh?
Right. Oh, it's got a mind of its own.
Oh,
you know?
wow. That's a really beautiful bloom.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful. Oh, and your phlox.
Yeah, it's just starting to come out, the phlox.
Yeah. Even the phlox here, I've not seen any powdery mildew. Granted, we're humid in Washington,
Right,
and
yeah.
this weather is beautiful.
And well, it wasn't the last couple of days. It was pretty humid. Now there's the big hydrangea.
Oh, wow. And because I'm a garden geek, tell me about your compost pile. I love compost
Oh,
piles.
actually, that's all the stuff that I got from this yard within the last week.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, yes. And so I don't think I'm going to compost it. I think I'm throwing it in the dump. You know, it depends on. Well, because I need the room. I have J1 students. I need room for their bikes and to be able to get in sheds and things like that. So I'm thinking about it, and we're just trying to figure out what to do with it.
Right.
You know, I think eventually, you know, we could save some of it. You know.
But do you normally reuse your garden debris in the garden?
I don't usually, because all this stuff, this fills. This is all down to the ground at the end of the year. There's nothing. When you're looking around at all these giant plants, they all die, and so it gets cut back right to the ground. So there's hardly anything here except the evergreens.
Which makes a winter statement of its own.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I can show you a picture. I just showed one of the last people that were here.
Okay.
But this is built specifically for putting winterizing plants. Okay, it looks like a cottage on the front. That's a disguise.
Right.
Okay, it's all glass on 3 sides, and it has 2 windows in the roof, fixed windows, so you can't open it. But so it'll keep the heat inside. There's no venting in there.
Oh, that is too cool. A plant house.
Yes.
Every plant should be so lucky.
That's what I'm hoping. You know, so I'm gonna put a bunch of tables in there and put all the plants in there that I want to save. Like the cannas. Sometimes I save the whole canna right in the pot and just let it winter in the pot. And as long as it's warm,
Right.
it'll do okay, and then it'll come back bigger
Right.
next year because it's already
Got its roots on,
It's
yeah.
already getting going.
Wow, and these hostas are amazing.
Yes, aren't they nice?
Oh, man.
I had to reroute them from different pots because this was only put in a week and a half ago, this house. It was finished a week and a half ago. I painted it, I landscaped it all within a week.
You've been busy.
Yes, because I've had all this stuff in different parts of the yard.
Right.
And it's the same thing with here. When I was doing this, I brought all the pieces for this, and I just kind of hid them in different parts. And so as soon as this was ready, I just brought it right over.
Isn't it great to always be ready for the next
Well,
garden?
I'm trying to. I was trying to get ready for this Hydrangea Festival. You know?
Oh, is that E.T.?
There's E.T. over there. He's going home.
Oh, wow.
There's some more black magic elephant ears.
Yes.
Well,
This pond is just
and
gorgeous.
yes, well, if you take a look, There we go.
Oh, they know you're coming.
Oh, sure.
They hear that bag. Wow. Now, how old
Look right
are the average koi in
Well,
this pond?
this big white one there, he's 27. They live to be 200.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, they're in the will.
Yeah, I would imagine. Woo.
And a lot of them are in their late teens and early 20s. And half of them have been grown here.
Okay.
So they lay their eggs on these plants. I throw them over in the other ponds, again, till they're about a year. And then they go in another thing till they're 4. And then I decide which ones I want to keep and which ones go. So I gave away 45 last year.
Wow.
And I kept 2, I think it was.
Okay, so now, how do you know when they laid eggs on the
Oh,
water
the whole place is a mess. It's there's foam all over the top of the water, and you know, they generate a lot of like skin slime when this happens. So the whole composition of the water changes, and you can tell something's going on. You know, so you just pick them up and you look, and it's like caviar covering all over
the roots.
the roots.
Okay. Are they eating the roots of the water
They'll
hyacinth?
eat the roots too, but these are water hyacinths, and you know they're the scourge of down south.
Oh yeah.
And so you know they'll grow back real fast, and then they'll eat them again.
They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no, they're really nice looking fish. I pick them all. I was an art teacher, so I picked them all by color. You know, of which ones I want to keep. Like this, I just saw this orange.
The speckled.
There's this orange one over here. He was grown here. He's about 6 years old. You know, this one with the big black spot on his back. You know, he's about 22.
Wow.
And so is the one next to him. See those two? I call them the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's butterfly koi, and the other one's not a butterfly koi.
Wow.
So, but they, you know, they've been here, 22 years, and
in the wintertime?
they all just sit at the bottom. They're a great pet. You don't feed them from Thanksgiving until Easter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And they just sit on the bottom, and they hibernate, and you don't feed them at all. You can't feed them. Because if they have food in their stomach when they go into hibernation, it rots out their stomach and they die.
So when do you stop feeding them
Thanksgiving.
for the season? Okay, Thanksgiving.
You know, or if we've had warm Thanksgivings, but I always use that. But when you can tell when you wake up in the morning and you look and they're kind of sitting on the bottom, even though they're active maybe during the day, you don't
feed them.
don't feed them.
Okay.
You know?
Wow.
But it's fun, and I'm lazy, so I feed them from the window. Usually, I just throw it out
And keep it moving. Oh
Bigfoot
man.
over here.
Oh my goodness. How could I miss Bigfoot? Hey there.
He's hiding behind the tree.
Oh, too cool.
That's why this is sort of like, with Godzilla over there and Bigfoot there and E.T. And you probably miss Gollum over here too. He's watching for the fish.
Oh,
This
neat.
is like the Bermuda Triangle area here.
Yeah. But you enjoy this garden. This garden shows
do.
a lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I bet the young people like it as well.
Well, yes. So I have one young man named Darko, and he's really helped me this year. He's a J1 student. He's visiting. He works at Star Market, and he works for a landscape company. He comes in and he goes like, "I'm going to do this," and he goes crazy, and he puts the mulch down for me. He pulls out all the weeds and everything.
Wow.
I mean, that big pile that you see that you said, what are you going to do with that? He did that all in one day.
Oh,
Yes. No, he went nuts. you know?
okay.
And,
He was on a mission.
Oh, he was. He did all of this area down here and cleaned all that out and got all the weeds out and everything like that. I mean, he's a keeper.
Wow, yeah, yeah. And it's hard to find really, really good help nowadays that want to do it.
Right.
There's a difference from someone that gardens, and there's a
Right.
difference in a gardener.
Right.
He's obviously a gardener.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Wow.
And so next year I'm going to. That's why I've said I don't know about the
Composting
pile,
of
because I
that.
may be doing something like this, down there next year.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, what to do. Like
Right.
I may fix up that shed and put like windows in it and stuff like that too. So
That's why the garden is never done, right?
well, that's it.
You know?
I'm trying to just keep the property fresh.
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, I can't imagine this ever being a boring property.
Well, well, this year the statues showed up. I didn't have the statues last year.
Oh,
They all came in the spring,
oh,
you know. And so, I mean, it was people were selling them, and I was buying.
right.
And then what happened was is that, for example, I did some work for a garden shop, and they had this, and I said, why don't we trade for my work for this? And they said, fine. So I got that. And
That's a gardener. It's not always about the money.
right, the gargoyle over there had a broken wing in a Halloween shop, and they were going to throw it out. And I said, no, I'll take it. He said, okay. So I glued it back together
There
again.
you go.
And there you go.
There
Right,
you go.
exactly.
Oh, wow.
And that gargoyle there was part of a Beauty and the Beast set that I did. I directed over 200 musicals when I was a high school teacher. And that was part of the set. And I kept the gargoyles as a memento from that show. And so I just decided to use it for there.
Wow. So, how much time do you spend out here not gardening?
Not gardening? Hours. You know, I can sit here from 6 o'clock at night till midnight some nights, because it also lights up at night. Yeah, so I've got the statues light up and the waterfalls light up.
Oh my goodness.
So it's great. This thing blinks on and off, you know. And so it's been doing that for about a year, you know, and stuff. And everything's great out here. It's really nice. You got to put a bug spray on, of course.
Yeah.
But no, it's great.
Wow. So, is there anything that you would do differently?
Tell my parents to buy more land when they bought this thing back in, you know,
Yeah.
back in 1960 when they bought it. Just say, hey, you know, you could have bought more land.
Yeah.
You know, so I could, you know, I could have a bigger garden.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it's meant to, like, there's a driveway on the side over here. I've left this all blank so big trucks can get down and deliver things. You know, whether or not it's pruning trees or something like that. So I didn't make it so it was difficult. I try to make it practical,
Right.
because some people go like, I don't want any big trucks in my yard. No, well, I understand there's going to have to be a big truck in here sometimes. So you gotta, that's why this is kind of, you know, built in an L shape.
Okay.
You know? I also did it to protect the cesspool. They put the cesspool in here, and they said, you know, because you can't have a car drive over
Right.
it. So I said, okay, I'll put a little thing in. And what happened is that the reason that there are like these spots around it and gardens around the ponds is because when they mowed the lawn at the beginning, a lot of grass was getting in the pond and causing algae. So I said, well, let me put you know, a buffer, you know, between the ponds and the lawn, and so that's where the gardens were born.
But you know, they caress the turf.
Exactly.
So the turf is not the center stage, the garden is. Oh, wow. This is beautiful.
And this is only about 25 years worth of work.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, I bet at night this is phenomenal.
Oh, it's really nice.
Oh. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Oh,
This
no
is
problem at all.
this is the perfect end to a day. I've been in Barnstable all day.
Oh,
and
have you?
Yeah, yeah, but this is my kind of garden as well.
Oh, well, thank you.